All swimmers, please approach next to the chairs because we're going to start the swimming presentation in about 1.5 minutes. So, swimmers, come on. Please bring your accreditation with you, of course, and come next to the chairs. Thanks. Last call, guys. Swimmers, please approach. We're starting the swimming presentation in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FINA Marathon Swim World Series 2022 Leg 5 here in Eilat. Last leg of the series, and we are with the swimmers presentation for the men's event, the 10K men's event. Number 1 representing USA, Dylan Bradley. Number 2 representing France, Jean-Baptiste Guzman. Number 3 representing Japan, Taishin Minamide. Number 4 representing Australia, Kyle Lee. Number 5 representing Hong Kong, Qingting Xin. Number 6 representing Germany, Linus Schwender. Number 7 representing France, Marc-Antoine Olivier. Number 8 representing Italy, Matteo Furlan. Number 9 representing Greece, Athanasios Kinigakis. Number 10 representing Italy, Andrea Manzi. Number 11 representing Chinese Taipei, Qingqi Zhou. Number 12 representing Israel, Mao Goanik. Number 13 representing Germany, Ben Langner. Number 14 representing Hungary, Christian Krzysztof Razowski. Number 15 representing USA, Simon Lamar. Number 16 representing Hungary, Bruno Kovacs. Number 17 representing Italy, Domenico Accelenza. Number 18 representing Brazil, Pedro Farias. Number 19 representing Italy, Dario Verani. Number 12 representing Australia, A. Armstrong. Number 21 representing Portugal, Diogo Cardoso. Number 22 representing USA, Michael Briniga. Number 23 representing Australia, Rob Gilson. Number 24 representing Japan, Taiki Furuhata. Number 25 representing Sweden, Elliot Soderman. Number 26, Israel Ziv Cohen. 27 from Australia, Killian Kyle. 28 from Italy, Gregorio Padronieri. 29 from Brazil, Luis Loureiro. 30 from Belgium, Logan Van Huis. 31 from Hungary, Akos Kalmar. 32 from Switzerland, Christian Schreiber. 33 from Australia, Nicholas Sloman. 34 from Israel, Jonathan Achtot. 35 from Hungary, Mate Hartmann. 36 from Australia, Kai Edwards. 37 from Poland, Piotr Wozniak. 38 from Spain, Alejandro Puebla Martinez. 39 from Ecuador, Esteban Enderica Salgado. 40 from Australia, Jack Wilson. 41 from Spain, Guillem Puyol. 43 from USA, Brennan Gravely. 44 from Spain, Angel Dona Ramirez. 45 representing Hungary, David Bethlehem. 46 from Monaco, Theo Brune. 47 from Czech Republic, Martin Straka. 48 from Australia, Thomas Raymond. 49 from Ecuador, Davide Farinango. 50 from France, David Aubry. 51 from Hungary, Peter Kalic. And 52 from Japan, Ku Motoyama. 51 swimmers for the 10K men's event. This is gonna be good.
Good morning everyone and welcome to FINA Marathon Swim World Series of 2022. This is gonna be the last meet in the series and we are expecting to see 52 men fighting for the title in the 10 kilometers. We just saw all of them walking by to the pontoon announced by our announcer guy Dar. I'm sitting here with Shahar Resman, an Israeli professional open water swimmer.
Former swimmer.
And he will be the commentator today. My name is Avi Cohen. and I'm happy to be with you.
So, 52 swimmers, the top 52 swimmers in the world here in Israel, Eilat. Amazing, amazing venue, great weather. They're all getting ready on their
30
pontoon.
seconds,
30
start.
seconds before the start.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. It's always tough at the beginning. So many people jumping in together. So we expect to see some people decide
10 seconds.
to stay a little late.
Thank you, Mark. And they're off. FINA Marathon Swimmer Series, leg number 5 here in Eilat.
And here they
10
go.
kilometers for the bands.
All together, a killing tempo
Oh, this
from
is
the
gonna be good.
beginning. They're all trying to break into the leading group. We can see them split up as soon as probably after the first turn. So the water temperature today is 24.8. In open water, they're allowed to use full body tech suit, no matter what the weather
We
condition
got
is.
6
And if
laps.
it's under 20 degrees, they must use wetsuit.
Yeah, they're allowed to use
Okay,
wetsuit.
remind me
Of
again,
course,
we have a big screen.
the first priority of the swimmers is
That you
safety.
can watch the race.
Here in Eilat, we have
perfect for
perfect
you.
conditions,
And the other side of the
24
beach.
Celsius degrees,
So you can go there.
flat water. The swimmers are gonna do a loop of 1,600 meters every loop. There will be a checkpoint in the middle, and we will be able to see the splits of each swimmer.
Correct. So each loop is 1,666. So overall, they're gonna do 6 loops with 4 turns. The turn is determined by the red buoys. You have to pass the red buoy with your right shoulder. It's a turning buoy. Overall, the course, we can see more yellow buoys. The yellow buoys are for warning. They can pass them from the right or from the left. It's
for
from
direction,
them.
for direction. It's
It's,
for to help the swimmers to navigate through the course.
Yeah, it's direction. As if I see the route, I can tell it's right in the middle between the red buoys. They placed a yellow buoy, so I guess,
Just for direction.
yeah.
So soon they're gonna reach the first buoy. Every turn is the swimmers are taking it very serious. It's very dangerous. You know, like 50 swimmers, top 50 swimmers are coming into a turn. Each one have to be careful and notice like where like position they're staying, just to not to get a hit.
Beforehand, they don't want to find out a few meters before the buoy that they have to make a sharp left in order to make it. So they
Exactly.
siding is a big thing in open water. So you can see every few strokes they pull their heads up, looking around. It's not typical for pool swimmers, but we can see it in open water all the way. They have to navigate. It's a big part of the race. That's why they like it. That's different.
Yeah, if you ask an open water swimmer what is like the perfect condition for him, he will tell you probably as rough as it is, it's better for me.
They like it rough.
They like it. They like it. But there are many swimmers who comes from the pool, right? Like they swim and they train every day in the pool. They do some sea training every week.
Not every team, but
Most of the, I would say like 90% of the trainings is in the pool, and all of them are also competing in the pool, like a shorter distance as 1,500, 400 freestyle, and so on. We can see here in the water they're one of the probably the best.
Pool swimmer.
In in the 1500. Gregorio Partinieri is coming from Italy. He just won the World Championship a few months ago. If you guys had the opportunity to see it.
They just made the
Yeah.
first turn.
Yeah,
We can
just-
see the
they
red
just
buoy
made
behind them. They still all together.
We can see.
Looks like a big group.
We can see.
The Australian,
Yeah,
right?
the Australian guy. He's
Sloman?
probably Sloman. He decided to take the lead, but we can see on the other side there is another Australian. They're trying to maybe break the leading pack. I don't know if it's a part of the navigation, part of the strategy, but it's very interesting what is going on right here. It's very, very early in the race, and
Very
there is
early.
you can see the pace. The pace is just fantastic.
So the first turn was after 366 meters, the first buoy.
It's very early in the game.
They're probably around 500 meters right now. I can see by the time, 5 minutes, 20 seconds. So it's a killing tempo. They're going really fast pace. We've seen them yesterday at the relays. We had 4 by 1500 meters. And they went 15 minutes, the top swimmers, each lap. So calculating yesterday's splits, they were 103, 104, 105, anywhere on the 1.0s under 10 per 100 meter. It's a great pull tempo, but doing it in the ocean, in the sea, it's even more impressive. These guys are not playing around, and we've seen the transition of pool swimmers coming to race in 10 kilometers in the marathon. It didn't used to be like it before, like 10 years ago. It was still a niche in the swimming, but these days, so many swimmers do both pool events and open water. We can see the Hungarian is taking the lead. At this part of the race, it's not mean anything, but it's a brave decision to take the lead. He's making a statement. You can take it on his shoulders. And the Australian right beneath him on his legs, cruising. Approaching the second buoy. That's gonna be 1 kilometer. The second buoy is 750 meters from the first buoy. And 1 kilometer overall from the start. They're gonna be there probably in 2 minutes. This is the yellow buoy I was talking about. It's direction only. They know that they should stay close to it in order to be a part of the correct route. They don't want to swim more meters. And all the responsibility, to be honest, it's on the leading pack, the leading swimmer.
It's very, very, very difficult to see who is leading right now from the Hungarian team, but he's definitely pushing hard. and he's trying to break the leading group.
It's David Bethlehem.
David Bethlehem. Actually,
He-
he's very known.
Yeah, he was a junior.
Yeah, he's a
This
very
summer in Seychelles, he
very-
won by 4 minutes, I think.
He's
He
a-
went 53 in the 10
yeah,
kilometers.
he's a very,
in the
very,
five.
very strong swimmer, very strong young swimmer, very brave as we can see. He doesn't care.
And it's typical for him.
It is. That's his part of the strategy, maybe. But here, doing it here in one of the probably toppest level in the open water. It's
Maybe
it's
it's
a very
not a
big,
smart
big,
idea.
Well,
It's,
we will see. We will see. But he has the ability to continue this way. Maybe not as a leader, but definitely he's in a really good shape, and he's looking very comfortable.
So in junior championship, as just checked, he went an hour and 53 minutes for the 10 kilometers. He was on his own for the whole way.
It was his own game, and no one
4 minutes
went
apart
closer to him.
from the second place.
He actually reminded me, Katie Ledecky on when like a couple years ago when she was racing.
She was on her own, racing the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. These elite level swimmers.
We can see this amazing view of Eilat. There's all hotels around. As you can see, the ocean is in a perfect condition.
Yeah, it's a sunny day here in Eilat, Israel. The air temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. It's sunny, not windy or something still. For
But
8 o'clock in the morning. But
everything can change.
Everything can change in 2 hours race.
We have the women's race after that.
Women will start at 10:30.
Yeah.
The water looks not too choppy. It's pretty flat.
Condition can be very different. Can change in every moment. Soon they're gonna reach I think the third or the fourth buoy or the fourth turn buoy, and they're gonna get closer
Look
to
at the boats. Look how many boats are going with them.
Yeah, in Israel, it's very known. They're very known on their safety. They really care about the safety. We were here like a couple of days ago, and we could hear them talking all about safety. No one stays alone. They care about it very much. Here they are coming for the last turn before reaching the feeding pontoon.
So there are 2 buoys now. They are 50 meters apart, so they have to make kind of sharp turn in the water.
Yeah, it's pretty sharp, 90 degrees.
90 degrees, 2 turns. And we talked about the safety you mentioned in Israel. So the people on the boat are mostly for emergencies or referees, and they will escort them through the whole race. They won't show them the right path. They are not following them. It's not like a cycling competition. But they will just go next to them. We have yellow and red cards in open water. So if there are any interference, they will pull a card and warn the swimmer, stop them from swimming, let them know they got a yellow card. If it's a red card, they will be pulled out. Can you get a red card immediately, or it has to be in order?
Yeah, you definitely can get a red card. There is a very like in the Rio Olympics, in the women's race, just before the finish, 50 meters before the finish, one of the swimmers, they were fighting for the second and third place. And one of the swimmers, she like actually pulled the swimmer next to her, and
They
she
are
got a
pulling-
red.
they are
She
pulling
got
legs,
she
shoulder.
got a red card just before the finish, and she lost the medal. Right.
So this is
The
serious.
Brazilian swimmer, she was on the first place. She was like pretty far back. She got the bronze medal.
The Brazilian, you mean Ana Cunha?
No, Ana Cunha, no. She, Ana Cunha won the Tokyo Olympics.
Okay, so the Brazilians
She's not
been
swim-
known for
she's
good
not,
swim.
she's
open water.
not, yeah, but the Brazilian who got third place, she's not swimming anymore. She retired after the Rio Olympics. And yeah, but the Brazilians are very known for being a good open water swimmers. We can Ana Cunha, she will swim at 10:30. It will be a very hard for someone to beat her. She's in great shape. She likes Eilat. Every time she comes to Eilat, she's winning here, right?
winning. Also-
she's very strong swimmer.
Also the Frenchman,
Definitely.
the Frenchman.
But we can keep talking about the women's race later. Yeah. Right now we can see still Bethlehem is leading the pack. The gap between each swimmer in the main leading.
So I can see Marc Olivier, the Frenchman I just mentioned.
Marc Olivier
I think
is on the
he-
third place right now.
I think he won 3 or 4 meets in Eilat. He loves this place.
Exactly. He really likes this place.
Overall, swimmers, they like the cold water, the 24, 23, 22.
I wouldn't say 24, 23, it's cold water, but it's like the perfect temperature. It depends which swimmer, like there are a lot of swimmers who came from the pool, right? And they're used to a
27.
fixed temperature of the water and still water with no waves. So
You can have different temperature in different parts of the race, right?
Yeah,
It's,
definitely.
Depends on the depth of the water and
Wind, depth, sun.
so it's interesting.
You gotta be ready for every situation. But we can see there is a huge, like it's a big leading group.
Hey, they
It's like
still
a
didn't
snake,
break
right?
up.
They didn't break down. But there are very strong swimmers in this race. It will be very difficult to tear them apart from the leading
So
pack,
it's
especially in this.
Hungary, Australia, and France
Yeah.
for the last, what I believe, the last buoy before the finish line of the first lap, first loop. Yep.
Here
So
we can
there-
see the coaches. They are getting ready to
So we
feed their
can
swimmers.
see 2 gates. One of them with the lane lines, it's for finish only. They will go under this gate only on the last lap.
On the last 6 lap.
And here they have the
this-
feeding station.
Yeah, the feeding station. The swimmer have the option to drink
are
their
stopping.
electrolytes.
We can see it's divided by a country. So each country has their own section. Even if they have a few swimmers together, they will stop at the same spot.
Soon we're gonna
On-
see the splits. Also, they just went through the timing gate.
Yeah, so it's around 70-38.
Thomas Raymond is second here. Marc Olivier third.
70-38 for
That's a big pack here.
for
After the first feeding.
1666 meters. It's 103, 104
Pace per 100.
Per 100
It's
pairs. It's a killing pace.
killing
it's
pace.
It's a good pace for pool swimmers, but these guys going under a minute in a pool easily.
Yeah. Most, like, for example, Paltinieri here is a swimmer who goes 14:35 in the 1500, right? For him, it's
We can see him placing fourth.
he's placing he's
second.
Also Platinieri, he likes to lead, right? But I think he's waiting right now. He's swimming. He's trying to be in the top position and
Yeah, it's the
and
first
save-
lap. They
Exactly.
figure out the path, the turns. So feeding It's a privilege to get fed in the middle. It's depend on your position, if
Yeah.
you want to stop or if you have to stop.
When
It's
you're
a hard race.
when you're in one of the top position and you're leading, you have more control on the race, right?
And I think they're going one after another. If the guy in front of them stop, they will
like-
stop as well.
Yeah, because it's a very early stage in this race. If they see the first leaders who they're stopping, they're probably gonna take this opportunity and stop with them and drink a bit so they don't stop later on. Because as we go forward with this race, the pace is gonna be much faster. Right now, we can already see there are a couple swimmers who fell from the leading pack. They're probably not gonna catch them. That's, I think, was one of the strategy for Bethlehem.
To mix it up, to run away.
Yeah, to make a mess. Let's say that to make a mess.
Another direction buoy. So, what are they mixing in this small drink they have?
Well, they're trying to mix, electrolytes, put some salt, the stuff they're losing during the race. Let's don't forget, it's 10 kilometers, around 2 hours swimming race. It's very difficult. They're pushing themselves to the
So
limits.
it's like an energy drink in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I remember me as a swimmer, like I was like dreaming to get to the feeding platoon so I can get some energy, some
And who is
electrolytes for
there
that.
on the pontoon? Coaches?
So most of them is the coaches.
Assistant coaches?
Yeah, the coaches or the team, part of the team. Sometimes it can be your teammates, but usually it's the coaches because the coach is your coach. He knows how to read you.
So they know who is feeding them. They have to make eye contact, find them on the pontoon.
Usually before the race, they're
They
they're
decide on a
they're
position.
telling them where it's gonna be the position. They're gonna stand and wait for them.
Okay.
There is also like it's not just in the water competition. Also on the feeding pontoons, there's actually a small competition between the coaches, right, to get a better position for their swimmer.
Yeah, they reach out. So I assume it's all strict for the length of on the stick or the feeding stick, and
Yeah, there are
they have
several
some rules,
Yeah,
right?
there are several rules.
The size of the drink.
The size, the length of the stick. It's gotta be less than 5 meters. Each team has to have the same rules.
So they do the second lap, first turn.
They're going for the second lap.
So they are around 2K, 2
It's
kilometers.
a very long group. Very long group. I feel like in the next loop, we're gonna start to see a leading group of 30 or 25 swimmers. It's not gonna stay like this. It's not gonna stay like this.
Usually they break into 8 to 10 men per group.
Yeah, but here we have 52 swimmers, and I would say like the top 30 swimmers here are they have a lot of experience. They know the situation.
We can see someone on the back already.
Yeah, he's not gonna catch them. He already lost the leading pack.
It's hard mentally. I know they are tough swimmers, top elite level, but it's still hard to see them running away,
Listen,
swimming
they're
away.
swimming in a very fast speed, very fast
From the beginning.
pace, right?
And that's scary because they're gonna probably negative split it.
Yeah.
That's what they usually do. The second half is much faster.
You can look and look. It's like just an amazing pace. It's like they're
You can see Swiss over there.
swimmers, swimmer from Spain, from all around the world. Everyone came to Israel to enjoy this amazing.
Olivier Marc, the Frenchman, the Hungarian. I've seen 2 Hungarians, so it's probably Rozovsky and Bethlehem.
Yeah, the Hungarian came with a very strong team. They like to come here. They come here every year.
So usually they have rules about how many swimmers can you enroll to the race.
Well,
And here I've seen groups with 5, 6 swimmers. Italy sent a big group. Hungary sent a big group.
Italy, Spain,
So
Hungary.
they have unlimited option as soon as they make some cut. or
Yeah,
some,
yeah. Like
they have to be at some level, but they are not
Of
limited
course.
to the number of swimmers they
Of
can
course.
swim. That's why this race is so hard. You have a lot of elite level open water swimmers, and it's
Well-
deeper than
Well,
even the world.
Well, sometimes World Cup can be even more harder than a World Championship, because in the World Championship, there are like only the two top swimmers of each country can represent and can compete, and the World Cup there is like no limits for swimmers, and strong countries like Italy, Hungary, United States, Spain, they can just bring 12 or 10 swimmers and make it a very, very difficult race.
And they can bring juniors as well to
Yeah, to get
get
experience.
experience with some.
צעירים, הם עדיין בחלק המוביל של התבוקה, אבל זו לא גם תבוקה, זה יותר נחש. אחדות נמצא מקום 27 וזיו כהן מקום 30 כרגע.
So we can see a beautiful shot from the drone. It's like a long snake,
נמשיך לעדכן.
not a big group shoulder to shoulder, but they go one after another.
I'm very
They're switching positions. I've seen the Australian is leading. He took the lead.
Yeah, but not for a long time.
Edwards?
He is now on the second position. Bethlehem went again to.
So they are switching
They're-
positions.
They're playing with each other. Maybe it's part of the strategy, because the pace is fast. It's very, very fast. I'm very curious to know if they're gonna stop at the feeding pontoon right now, because they stopped before. They might skip it just to break the group apart.
So it's funny. I've seen them practicing at the feeding station yesterday. They count strokes. They take a fake drink, going on their back for 2-3 backstrokes, drinking in the middle, and we are talking about almost 2 hours race, and they practice this few seconds part over and over again with the coaches reaching out to the drink.
It's very important. Sometimes those halves of seconds that you are saving by taking your drink, and of course also they practice in their finish. Even after 2 hours, the finish can be very, very
Let's
tight.
announce the leading group. We see Bethlehem, Raymond, Olivier, and Paltinieri, two Italians in the top 4. They're a huge team in open water. I know many Europeans go to Italy just to train with them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys actually training together.
In the last 2 years, even swimmers from Israel, right? The Italians, Matan Ruditi,
Matan
unfortunately,
Ruditi.
is not swimming here today. Is focusing for the competitions in the future. It felt like this competition is not gonna
Make an impact on
yeah,
him.
exactly. But he's a very experienced swimmer.
He was
And I'm
fourth
sure-
in the European
He's
Championship.
fourth in the European
and fourth
Championship,
in the Tokyo Olympics.
in the Olympics. Tokyo
Yeah,
is a
so-
very successful Israeli swimmer, the top Israeli swimmer.
Matan is missing, but as we mentioned, even he managed to practice with them in Italy.
And
So-
also they came here. The Italian team came here a couple times
So they
to
came
swim.
to Israel for training camps
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
summers usually.
Yeah.
The Israeli swimmers has the privilege to go once a week to the sea, swim
And
open water
yeah.
practice.
Yeah, because
the weather it's pretty nice during.
even in the winter, I
Even
remember
in the
myself,
winter,
we
yeah.
used to swim in the winter to practice cold water, but the winter in Israel is not exactly the typical European winter, right? So
It's not snowing everywhere, but it's not crucial for an open water swimmer, because the main thing, I believe, is the energy. They just have to hold on for 2 hours, 10 kilometers, thousands of strokes, and
yeah, I would say like
I would say technique is not. You would see a different technique from swimming. It's not the most efficient technique. Each swimmer has his own tempo.
his own strategy.
It's the main thing is the energy. They just have to come beasts in great shape. They trained so well.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult to come here to such a high-level competition and not be in a good shape. If you're not in good shape, you're not gonna hold the pace with those guys, because in open water things are changing very, very fast, and you have to be ready. If you're not ready, if you're not in shape, you're gonna find yourself in the back of the group and missing the group.
Understood. So Raymond, the Australian, is second. Long way from home. These swimmers crossing the world in order to race.
Yeah,
And they have many races. I feel like there is always an open water race. If you look for it, probably more than the big meets in the pool, when we have two major meets in a season.
Yeah.
The open water swimmers can see each other every couple months.
Well, Israel is Eilat is a very pretty good location, right? It's like in the middle of the world, I would say, for Australian, for the people coming from the
From
States.
the east also.
And it's very close to Europe, which makes it
Short flight.
Yeah, short
I
flight.
know the teams here are staying the same hotel.
Yeah, everyone is most of the swimmers and the team members are staying in
Since Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
Tuesday,
yeah,
Wednesday,
yeah,
they
yeah.
already
Tuesday,
arrived.
Wednesday, just to get used to the also to the hours and
The time
time
adjustment.
adjustment,
and,
jet lag.
And get ready. You want like to take a flight.
We can already see.
Look
the
how close this buoy is. I'm sorry. I've said it's 50 meters apart. It looks like nothing in the ocean. And we're talking about Olympic size pool.
Look, Javi, I'm sorry, but the group is starting to spread. Okay, the top four swimmer, they're leading, and behind them there is another 15, and that's it. The competition has started right now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see big gaps.
Really big gaps. This means that the pace is super fast.
Usually they're all together, at least at the beginning. They are about to finish the
second loop.
second lap. And we will see what time they will go. So they are wearing chips on the wrist, right?
Yeah, on each hand they have to wear.
That's GPS or time.
It's more time. I'm sure in the next few years we're also gonna see they're gonna put the GPS on them, so
That
you
would be
can
nice.
see on the like a Formula One, right? Like
Yeah,
to
you
see
can see
like
on the screen.
on the screen each position, pace, and other aspect of the swimmer. That will be very nice.
But how does it feel to swim with a watch device
Well,
on
you
your
get
wrist?
used to it, but especially when you're like when you're in a competition and you're so into the race, you don't really care about the.
So that's a minor thing.
It's
They don't
very
even
minor.
practice it.
It can be a little bit annoying in the beginning or before the race, just to get to put it well on your wrist. But beside that, you don't really think about it. You just think. Look, it's 2 hours when it's super fast pace. You don't care about those. You care about saving energy. You care about your position, strategy, not about if this small chip.
So in 200 meters,
They will reach
around 2 minutes, they're gonna reach the
timing.
Yeah, the end of the second loop and the feeding pontoon. And I think the chasing group isn't gonna get fed at all.
We are almost 1/3 into
to the race.
Pace is just amazing. The pace is crazy.
Nice
we
shot
can see
underwater.
Here, yeah, we can see the start. The start, that was a underwater shot. Really amazing.
Swimmers are now approaching the feeding platoon in about 50 meters. Still, we can see the red cap, so David Bethlehem is still with the lead. It's a big pack behind him. Pace is still crazy here, so fast.
David Bethlehem is still leading. This guy probably didn't have a rest at all because the European Championship wasn't too long ago, and in order to be in this shape, he couldn't take a break. I'm telling you guys. And this is the last buoy for the second lap, reaching the feeding pontoon. We can see the lane lines to the left. That's where they're gonna go on the last lap to the other gate, the finish gate, where they have to touch it. Coach is waiting. They don't know if the swimmer's gonna stop or not, but they're just waiting there in case they need a drink. They also have a moment to tell them something, some instructions or insights about the race.
Yeah, third. Eccellenza and Paltrinieri fourth and fifth.
So usually when they stop to get this drink, do they make a small talk with their coach? It can make them give them some directions, instructions, insights, whatever.
Well, it depends. It all depends where you're in the pack, where is your position in the pack. If you're the leaders, you have some time to look around to see the situation. Most of the time, the coach will tell him like something about the race. If he's like how far behind are the swimmers and how is he doing and stuff like this. There's not much time, right? They're taking just a very two sips, fast sips of the water, and they continuing.
So we can see there is 25 seconds different apart from the leader to number 23.
There is a very big gap, big gap. The top 30 swimmers, they're competing with themselves. The other 22 swimmers, they're in the back. They're not gonna catch them. It's gonna be very, very difficult to catch them, especially when the pace is getting faster and faster.
It's not a typical race, right? Seeing them going one after another. It's not the big groups we used to see in a typical open water swim when they go shoulder to shoulder. Here they are going like a snake, a long way of swimmers, one after another on the legs.
Oh, we can see. No. I thought there is a swimmer who retired. I'm not sure about that. Yes, there is a swimmer who didn't feel well and is on his way out.
Yeah, so
This is why safety is such an important
yeah, and we see them on
thing.
jet
It's
skis,
the most
boats,
there is no swimmer who stays by himself.
kayaks.
Yeah, there is
We
always
have people
someone.
underwater. We have
Yeah.
the drone above.
Yeah. There is
So many staff members.
ambulance on the.
Ambulances. First responders all over the race. It's a long race in the morning.
He looks okay.
So as soon as he stops, can he change his mind and go back?
No. If he touches the pontoon, he's out.
Okay.
Or if he touches someone from
the outside.
From the outside, yeah.
Okay.
He's out. here we can see the jet. It's going to pick him up. He's okay. Soon we're gonna know which swimmer is it.
From which country?
Yeah. But yeah, as I said before, safety comes first all the time. All the time.
I think it's something with his shoulder.
Okay, he's good. He's good. He's good.
The
He's
beautiful shot
he's
we
taking
had
care.
underwater.
The underwater shots.
How
are
can
just
you
amazing.
stay focused during the meet when you see some huge fish underneath?
Yeah.
So, quick update after 2 laps. David Bertakan with the time of 35 seconds, 35 minutes, 12 seconds, of course. Thomas Raymond is second, just 2 seconds behind him. Olivier third, Acerenza fourth, and Paltrinieri fifth. This is the same order as after the first lap. After this, Sloman, Armstrong, Lee. But it's still quite a close race.
So just looking at taking a look at the start list, I see ages vary from. We have someone 2005. What is it? 17. I thought it's an old sport.
Well,
It's anywhere between 17 to
well,
30.
Yeah, coming to those type of competition World Cup, as we said before, like a strong team can bring as many swimmers as they can. They can, and for those young swimmers, it's a great opportunity to get experience in open water. It's all about the experience. If you are a swimmer with a lot of experience in the water, you're gonna have a huge advantage from the other swimmers. It's about tactic. It's about
Strategies.
strategy, saving yourself for the last loose positioning, and this type of races, you have to compete a lot until you get to a high level, and this stage is a very good stage for those young swimmers. They can make mistakes here and be ready for their summer major competition, European Championship, World Junior Championship, and be ready there, and then to make the conversion into the professional stage.
So I understand there are so many different parts in this puzzle you have to attach together in order to have the perfect race. Some things not depends on you. There are some weather conditions and other swimmers swimming next to you. It's not like you have your own lane in a pool racing the clock. It can get physical.
It's getting physical.
It's getting physical.
Every turn.
Every turn, they're smashing each other.
Yeah. Not on purpose, right? Like most of the time. It's not on
I'm
purpose.
sure they don't want to waste energy and fight and just go clean. They also swimming is a great sport.
That's why there are some swimmers who likes to swim in the top. They can be the leaders, so they don't get intact with other swimmers. But when you're in the middle, when you're in the pack of the pack, you will get hit. You gotta be ready for that.
Yeah, and when it's wavy, the sea can drag you one into another. Okay, back to the race. I see Bethlehem
is still
leading. I've seen a few open water races. Usually the leader, for the most part, is not the winner. Maybe you will prove me wrong.
Well, in the last few years,
they're going strong from the beginning.
Paltrinieri is usually going strong from the beginning. Now we can see he's still in the top position, but he's taking care of himself and he's not wasting as much energy. Being a leader is a very
energy consuming.
Exactly. It's very tough. You're the one who is have to navigate better than everyone, but you have more control. So there are
a lot of responsibility. They're all following you.
Exactly. You can go to a different direction, do it on purpose, and then everyone will follow you, right?
pretty sure they will follow.
So usually Paltinieri, also Marc Olivier, and the Hungarian, they like to lead, and they're in such a good shape. They're so strong that they can lead from the beginning until the end, and they won many times by even lead from the very start. The other strong, the Hungarian top swimmer is Krzysztof
Razowski. Yeah, he has in his resume an Olympic medal.
Olympic medal, yeah, a silver medal in the Olympics. If I'm not, yeah, silver medal in the Olympics.
So the Europeans are pretty strong in open water comparing to the other nations.
European,
which is not like the picture in the pool.
No, they're the leaders in the open water. There's a lot of strong countries, as we said, Hungary, Spain,
Italy,
Germany. Let's not forget Germany, right? A lot of strong Italy. They came in a very big team here. A lot of strong countries, and it's also culture. You know, it's part of the when you see when you're a young swimmer and you see your one of your teammates, is winning medals in the top.
So it's become a tradition.
Yeah, it's become tradition. You want to be like him. You have someone to look. You look on, and you just most of the time you also train with him. So yeah.
So they set the bar for the next generation.
Exactly, and they push the other swimmers.
And, it's hard to break this ceiling for the other groups, the other nations, I'm sorry. But I'm sure we will see some Americans here and there.
Well, the Americans, what happened with the American swimmers, they have a, if I'm saying it right, but there is like a change of the generation. The Americans are always a very strong team. They are making always the statement, and they're always there, right? But now I think there are young swimmers who are taking part of this competition. I'm sure they're gonna be ready for getting ready for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. And I'm sure they're gonna manage to put a swimmer into the Olympic Games. They're always strong.
Yeah, and they will probably be in the top positions. I can see they are still young in here. Also, the Israeli team is very young.
Yeah, the Israeli team is very young.
Under 20.
Yeah, we have
20 and under.
We have 3 swimmers who's competing today in this race. One of the swimmers is Steve Cohen, which is your young brother, right?
Right.
He swam a couple days ago. He swam the national championship, the 3 kilometers national championship. He won this race. It was like a warm-up for the race today. Today, his goal is just being into the mix. Try to stay there and get more experience as well for the other 2 young swimmers. As we said before, the top swimmer in Israel, Matan Ruditi, is not swimming here today. He's missing, but we can really see, I would say, like in the Israelis' perspective, yeah, since Matan got his 4th place in the Tokyo Olympic Games, he really pushed the other young swimmers to follow him. And the Israeli team is making a huge progress into the open water, and they're improving every time they're jumping into the water. Something that happens in all the other countries, nation.
How do you measure improvements? Because time's not telling much here.
Right, but
it depends on the conditions.
That's why it's so important to compete in those races. Go and compete in the World Cup.
So just getting in a better position each race,
yeah, because
top half.
Those swimmers, they know each other. They know each other. They practice with each other. They know what each one of them is strong at. And when you are making your position, when you position yourself in a better position, just give you like a perspective on the level of swimmer you are. So that's why it's so
for
important.
the Israelis, as you mentioned, they had the Israeli championship 2 days ago here in Eilat. This is going to be the third day straight swimming in the water. They have the 3 kilometers 2 days ago. Yesterday they had the relays, 1500 each.
Yeah, that
and
was a very
today
exciting.
the 10 kilometers.
That was a very exciting race. Each team is like strong swimmers, and there was a relay team. Relay,
2 men, 2
relay,
women.
2 men, 2 women. Each one swims 1500, and like in the pool, like in pool
Yeah,
competition.
so they changed it. It used to be 1250, they changed it to
They increased
1500.
it, yeah.
I guess to make it more attractive, so swimmers can compare their pool time to the time in the water, and
In open water.
and
Yeah.
the viewers can have a better understand of what the swimmer are capable of in the water. So the strategies are vary in the relays. Some people start with the women, some people start with the men. It's a whole different race yesterday, let me tell you guys. Relays are much different, and it's very short for these swimmers to jump for a 1500 compared to 10 kilometers, the marathon of the swimmers.
Yeah, usually those swimmers, they're used to swim a lot every day, right? Some of them are training at 20 and 22K a day in a regular day. So for them, swim 1500.
It's a good warm-up.
It's a good one. It's like a piece of cake there, and most of them are actually, they want to swim it because they want to feel the water. They want to feel the new condition. For most of them, a lot of swimmers here. It's not the first time they're swimming in Eilat. But every day, as we said, they can have a different different condition, different temperature of the water, and you want to feel it, and you want to give your body a sense of the competition here, and that's why a lot of swimmers are decided to compete even before the major race, which is the 10 kilometer.
So yesterday was interesting race, won by the French team, followed by the Australian team,
And then the Italian.
and the Italians are in third. It's much shorter, it's involved a lot of coach strategies. Ooh, wow, look at this beautiful shot of this amazing fish underwater. It's not far from the swimmers. It's not that deep where they swim. They're pretty close to the shore.
Yeah.
I'm sure they try to focus in the race, but they've seen stuff underneath.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if they're seeing it because they're so focusing on the swimmer in front of them.
And it's a lot of bubbles
a
and
lot of bubbles
washed
and
water.
a mess, and you are very tired, and you're thinking about strategy and your energy, but
And your head is moving all the time.
yeah, definitely. But this is actually one of the nicest thing about the Eilat. There are very nice creatures underneath. Beautiful.
This is the Red
location.
Sea. The Red Sea they are competing.
Yeah.
Razovsky is switching spots with Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Two Hungarians on top. That's
Two
a
Hungarian.
statement. Almost,
Yeah. But it's not it's
almost
something that
halfway
happens,
to the race.
Right, they're reaching now almost the half race, halfway of the race. We can see they're under 53 minutes, 53:30. It's just amazing. The pace is crazy, super fast.
So this is the halfway.
And
They
it's gonna
complete-
get faster. It's gonna get faster. Look, we can see the feeding station, how messy it is. Most of the time, people are hit each other. Look, his stick has been broken.
Yeah.
Someone broke his stick.
Yeah, the Czech Republic team.
This kind of stuff happens.
So now after
in
the
open
third
water.
lap, we have Krzysztof Razowski with the lead, but David Bethlehem is still next to him. Acerenza and Paltrinieri also very close.
53:10, halfway, 5 kilometers in
Tied
53:10.
race.
We can see the two Hungarians on the top. in the top. Then the Australian, the American also positioned themselves in the 5th position. Then 3 Australian and Italian. Closing the top 10 position is the swimmer from the Czech Republic.
So it's still 103. It's
103,
103 high, 103.8, 104 for the rest of the
Still
field.
very fast.
It's the same pace they went, and they usually go faster second half.
Yeah,
What?
especially the last loop. The last
These
loop,
swimmers has no limits.
no limits. The last loop is
Look at
just
the
amazing.
tempo of Rozovsky. He's taking it
Rezowski is known by his
slow
stroke.
tempo, right?
His stroke is very jumpy, which makes him be on top of the water when there are waves. He's really good when there
When it's
are rough
wavy.
conditions. It's starting to get a little bit windy here in Eilat. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult for the women's team. Here we can see the second group who is moving in front of us. There is like 15 swimmers on the second group. They're not gonna catch them. For them, the competition is between themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're focusing on the top 30 swimmers who are right now in the top. It's gonna be very interesting going forward to this second part of the race, especially in the last loop. We're gonna start to see more legs, I would say.
Kicks.
More kicks, yeah.
3 minutes 10 seconds for the time of Razowski after the third lap. Bethlehem is second, Raymond third, Valtteri, Winger, Sloman, Armstrong, Lee,
They're swimming
Acherenza,
shoulder to shoulder. They see
Straka,
each other.
Olivier,
We can see
Van Rooyen.
USA team members on the top
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
I think I've seen 2 of them.
Swimmers.
That's a statement. They are young.
Very good.
They are
very
in
young.
college.
Yeah, they're in college. But as we said, the Americans, they always are strong, and from them being young doesn't mean they're not good enough and not going to swim.
Yeah, they
they're
will
not
send
fast
their
enough.
best swimmers anyway.
Yeah.
They have a lot of talent over there.
As we said, it's a change of the generation. Their top swimmer a couple of years ago is Jordan Wilimowski, who was a world champion, and I think he finished 4th or 5th in the Rio Olympic Games. He didn't manage to get an Olympic medal, unfortunately, but he's one of the best swimmers of the United States.
Here,
And now his
Brian Garr.
his teammate, Plangar,
Number
is
22.
he's positioned himself at the 3rd position.
Yeah, 23 years of age.
There's a lot of swimmers who go to the United States and they swim there, right, in the college, like as we did.
Yeah, still no open water in college, but there are some distance teams over there. And open water is not accessible for anyone
Right.
because you need to live by a lake, ocean, sea, whatever. But the main work is getting done at the pool for most of them. Even the elite teams, they maybe go to the ocean, what, once a week for a practice?
I would
just-
say max once a week.
Yeah.
Most of the, as you said, the work is being done in the
pool.
in the pool.
Many kilometers, like 8 to 10 kilometers per practice,
They
right?
are
In
the-
2 hours
Yeah, they're the first one who goes into the water and the last one to
to live.
It's very tough.
And those guys are great in the pool.
You cannot be slow swimmer in the pool anymore. The open water has been the transformation from what we used to be like I would say 5 or 6 years ago. The beginning of open water was all about, okay, let's survive the race and swim fast in the end.
That's right.
It's not anymore like this. As we can see, the pace is so fast.
From the beginning.
From the beginning until the end, it's getting faster and faster. The swimmer are getting, they're not afraid to swim fast from the beginning.
And we have more swimmers, pool swimmers involved in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sport. It
yeah.
used to be a niche. It used to be different type of swimmers.
Yeah, definitely.
Swimmers who went to open water didn't race at the pool. Now we see them at the same week
We could have seen
doing the marathon at
they're
in the
starting with
open water and jumping in the pool a few days later.
Or the other way around. Like we can see the last World Championship, Gregorio Pantinieri, he swam also in the pool. He won the 1500 there, and then before that he swam in the open water. No, sorry, after that he swam in the open water and won some other medals in the open water races. But he wasn't alone. It was also Ramanchuk did that, and the German swimmer who is the Furlan, who is the Olympic champion. They're all coming from being a vast swimmer in the pool.
Look at the change in the
leading.
I can see he's complaining about fighting or something.
Yeah, it's probably, we could see like the Hungarian swimmer, he stopped for a couple, for 2-3 seconds.
The American, yeah.
He stopped, I think.
Complaining to the judges. We can see them, watch them closely right now.
The second swimmer who swim on the second position, his strokes are very, very fast and very short. And I think he's
trying to move on.
Yeah.
So it's very physical. The officials watching them closely.
Yeah, as we said before, each swimmer, they're all taken care of. There are boats next to them,
surrounding them
all over, just to make sure that everything is good and legal, and they're all playing the game. Razovsky moved to the 5th position next to his teammate Bethlehem. We can see Gregorio Pantinieri on the 3rd position. 2nd position, I would assume it's the American. And leading the pack, I'm not sure if it's the Italian or the Australian.
Do they lose their caps during the race? Because I'm pretty sure they all went there with swimming caps.
You have to start with the cap. What you do after that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's a part of the identification. They also have these numbers marked on their bodies.
Yeah. Each swimmer is marked by his number. Each number has a name, and some swimmers, they don't like to swim with a swim cap. Or it's 2 hours swimming. Sometimes the swim cap is falling off.
Yeah.
Me personally, I remember myself jumping into the water and taking the swim cap off. I didn't like to swim with the swim cap. It also depends the temperature of the water. When temperature is low, swimmers are deciding to leave their cap on, even if you don't like, because it keeps you warm. But some others swimmers decide to do different.
Look how fast they're swimming. The people on the boat next to them are cruising at the same speed.
Yeah.
Can see some hand movements from the referees over there.
Yeah, most of the time they're
trying to catch their attention.
Yeah, they're trying to separate, because there's a lot of tension.
They are so close, so that it must be some heats underwater. They want them to space around, just to make it clean and be sure nobody is touching another. It changed. There used to be one after another. Now we can see a forming group of 5, 6 together. Within a second, differentiate them. This is the leading group. I can see from here the chasing group is pretty far away. It's turned into two different competitions, two different races. So this is the big leading group, probably around 20 swimmers, 20 to 20 something swimmers all together. As I mentioned, the chasing group is pretty far away. Did it ever happen when someone switched groups during the race? I
Yeah,
mean, it's
yeah.
200-300 meters catch-ups.
Yeah. Things happen in the open water. Usually, when you lose the group, it's probably over. Yeah, it's very hard to catch.
You have to place yourself
you have
from
to
the beginning.
Yeah, you have to place yourself, be very in control, and know what it's happening. It's very similar to, I would say, to the France. When they're cycling together, they're using each other, save energy, and it's the same in open water.
But there is a trade-off.
Of being a leader.
Yeah, it consumes a lot of energy. Some people just set the pace, but some others might just want to be in the leading group no matter what.
Yep.
So they start very, very hard, very strong.
We usually see a lot of young swimmers go to the very top and top positions,
falling down during the race.
just to get the feeling of swimming next to those world champions and being in the picture, being in the game, and not playing, for the position of being 30 or 35, just to get more experience. And each competition they're getting better and better, and they're actually learning how to swim an open water race.
Yeah, so you see these rocks. They placed a buoy over there. It's pretty shallow next to the rocks probably, so they better move it from the right or anywhere close to the buoy, because this yellow buoy they can go through from any side, just for direction. We've seen the women getting ready just behind us. You cannot see it on the screen, but the women race is gonna start.
Getting ready, yeah. Usually the swimmers are coming. Usually the swimmers are coming 2 hours before the race to get ready, to get warm up, to get their numbers on their body. and get ready for the race.
So it's interesting in open water because not all of them going in for a warm-up. Some of them just do the warm-up outside.
Yeah, they do outside, and because they have 10 kilometers to swim, right?
So they take the first lap as a warm-up.
Yeah, some of them, yeah, and some of them not. But we can see here in the men's race at the beginning was super fast, and if you know warm up, you're not gonna be able to catch them.
Yeah,
So
but still, not all of them. If it's cold, none of them will go inside.
it's all depend the temperature. Yeah, you said it right, but it's all about the temperature of the water in Eilat. But the temperature here is ideal, and most of the swimmers they do warm up before they're starting the race. They swim a bit, very easy, just to feel the water, to feel the temperature, to get their body warm and ready for the race. But in the cold places, when the water temperature is going under 20, most of the swimmers are not even getting into the water. They're deciding to do a good warm-up outside and jump into the race.
Swimmers are getting closer to the end of the fourth lap out of 6. Pace is still crazy here, super fast. Let's see the order of the round after fourth lap.
Here are the swimmers. They're reaching to the feeding pontoon, finishing their fourth lap. I would say like they're probably gonna drink now, and then the next lap they're gonna skip the feeding pontoon. Let's see. The coaches are ready. Paltinieri is the first one here. Is stopping to get his drink. It's going to be very fast, probably around 20 something swimmers in the first group. They're not wasting as much time. They're taking their drink and keeping going. The space is very, very fast. Gregorio Paltinieri is the one who's leading the race. He is starting to make his move.
David Bethlehem. Oh, and it looks like Paltinieri and Acerenza shifting it to another gear.
Acerenza is right behind him. The two Italians,
Run away from the pack.
they're in the top position. I would say that they're gonna take this loop in a comfortable pace, maybe push a little bit, and then the third and the last loop, they're gonna speed up, exactly. Gregorio Paltinieri, he's leading this race.
And this race, it's concluding the 2022 World Series. So they're gonna have 2 prizes today for the winners.
Yeah, this is the last leg of the World Cup, the closing leg. Here, each swimmer, depends on his position, is gonna get race points, and I think they're taking the top 5 races during the year, and they're gonna rank each swimmer, and there will be money prizes after this race. That's why there are so many swimmers who decide to come also to Israel and take part of this competition.
Yeah, FINA provide great prizes for the winners.
And the top 8 swimmers, I'm pretty sure they're gonna win some money prizes. Here we can see also the picture has been moved, but how the women are getting ready for the race. As we said before, we have 3 Israeli young swimmers here in this race. I don't really see them right now in the first group. We will see after the moving the under the timing gate. We'll see where they're positioned. But for them, it's also it's most of the it's for experience. One of the swimmers, Yonatan Achdut, just a couple months ago, he finished on the 4th position in the World Junior Championship.
Same competition Bethlehem won.
Exactly.
Our swimmer Yonatan was great over there.
Yeah, it's probably the toughest position as a junior swimmer in the Israeli team.
Under 2 hours, I think he went.
Yeah.
You can see the ranking as of the finishing of the 4th loop. The Israeli placed on the 2nd half of the team. The leading group are increasing their lead from the chasing group. I would say it's at least 500 meters apart. Seeing them here in the front line.
Probably some wind issues.
Yeah, it's getting windy in here. You can see the water getting a bit choppy. These little waves
Will make this race a little bit more difficult. But for the swimmers, it's part of the game. That's what they're looking for.
Racing in the perfect condition with flat water and easy route. There is no extra to pure time, you know. The fastest swimmer will win, but in the tougher conditions, you involve so many other skills.
Yeah.
It's not only about pure speed. They have to deal with
Well,
the...
it's all every time it's about the speed, right? But can you
Can you hold your technique in these
exactly,
conditions?
The technique, yeah, the technique is taking a huge part on every race. And some swimmers, they like to swim when there are waves, and when there is choppy water, cold water, warm water. The conditions are different from every location. So you have to adapt fast.
So a quick update from the sea, from the race. We are in the fifth lap. Gregorio Paltrinieri with the lead right now. Domenico Acerenza right after him. Also in the leading pack we have Krzysztof Razowski, Marc Olivier, and David Bethlehem. So it's super close.
Gregorio Partinieri is still leading. Looks very, very comfortable, in a lot of control. It's an amazing swimmer. Behind him, not too far, there are 4 more swimmers. Here we can see with the white cap, the Hungarian Krzysztof is trying to catch him, not far away. The swimmer next to Krzysztof is the French guy Olivier. They're all Olympic medalists, so they have the experience, they know what they're doing, they're in control. I'm sure in the finish it will be very fast.
This race is so deep. There is so much talent in the
So
water.
much talent. Very
Anyone
difficult.
can surprise at the end.
I would say there are like at least 5 or 6 swimmers who are
Fighting for the gold,
Yeah, fighting
right?
for the gold, definitely.
Making a podium gonna be gonna be hard.
Probably the podium, it can be same as in the last Olympic Games, just beside the German. All of them are here.
So Lee, the Australian, took the lead. He's in a great spot. You want to position yourself at the best place right before the last loop.
Positioning here, especially in the last loop, is a key. Is a key for the finish. You can lose your medal just by positioning. You position yourself too far from the court, from the touching finish pad, you can lose the medal.
If you're taking the turn too wide or getting too close to the buoy, make it out for you to turn.
There is a very close buoy, I would say 70 meters before the finish, and the swimmer will take this last buoy as close as he can. Is probably gonna win, or is gonna have like a huge advantage for the finish.
Yeah, so the last buoy is right by the finish line, and they're gonna make this turn crazy fast and go all out to the gate, but that's gonna be in the next lap, the last. Paltinieri still in the lead. They use mostly their arms.
Yeah, most of the swimmers are
They are not kicking very hard.
Right, right. Kicking is is a very like high energy consuming. So they're trying to
Cruise.
Yep. It looks
I don't think
it looks slow from underneath, but trust me, it's very very fast. It's getting windier and windier here in Eilat. The women are gonna face a complete different conditions soon.
It's like a whole new race.
A whole new race. The sun, the position of the sun, the wind, the water. That's why it's so important to come to those type of competitions a couple of days before and swim at the same time in the same hour the days before, so we can get used to the conditions in the water.
Leading group gonna finish the fifth lap.
Gregorio Paltinieri is still in the lead.
It's always a great feeling reaching the last lap. You know, it's mental. It's helping you
It
mentally.
depends how you take the last lap, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can take it. Still, don't forget they have 1,600 more meters in the last lap. It's around, I would say, 15 minutes of swimming. It can be very, very difficult. So just wish to see the finish line. Here we can see this amazing view of Eilat. The hotels around. There are a lot of people on the shore, those watching the competition. The swimmers are starting to get closer for the timing gate, reaching the finish of the fifth lap of their fifth lap. They have one more lap to go.
Last one, fast one. Oh, it's so easy to get lost in the water.
Very easy. There is no
There are
line.
no boundaries, nothing. All they have to look for is the buoys that give them a bit sense of direction. But they can take it a little bit wider, doing more meters. But as soon as they're all together, all they have to do is compete.
With each other, it's much easier when you are in a group. You just trust the swimmer in front of you.
They are swimming in the Red Sea between three countries. Taking a breathing to the left, they can see Israel. Going on the right, they can see Egypt or Jordan.
Yeah.
Right across, it's not far. Pretty unique place to swim. And they're almost done.
Here are the swimmers. They're reaching for the finish of their fifth lap. There are coaches who are getting ready with their sticks with the water, I don't see any reason for them to stop and drink. Maybe they're making a small move just to confuse their competitors.
They can mock it. They
Yeah,
can,
yeah, they can fake. They can fake like they're
They can
going into
fake.
the feeding station, but they're not. And each second right now is very crucial.
You see the lane lines behind them. That's where they're gonna go in the last lap.
Yeah, this line is gonna be they're gonna open the line and they're gonna have to go inside those two lines. As I said, they're not stopping. They're not stopping. They're just
Not
going.
even close to the
They're-
pontoon. All of them.
They're going all the way to the finish, all the way. The pace is just amazing. It's probably gonna be around 147, 146, even 145 high.
And Bethlehem, oh, what a battle
Soon
here in
they're
the
all gonna
turn.
separate. They're gonna separate. It's gonna be, I would say, 7 or 8 swimmers. I can see one swimmer who's decided to stop. I don't know why.
This
He's
is
gonna
gonna
lose
be
a lot,
a close
a lot of time and
finish.
position,
Last lap.
and he's getting just to the last
10K
loop.
FINA Marathon
Probably he
Swimmers
stopped because
Series
he couldn't.
2022. Like 5 here,
And
last
the
time,
Europeans are dominating the top
Dominating,
6.
dominating.
We see Gravely, the American, 7th, and Sloman, the Australian, in 8th.
But something-
It's not
something-
far behind. 6 seconds. It's not far behind.
Yeah, it's not far behind, but when you have the Olympic medalist Gregor Pantineri in the front,
Already in front.
I would start to get concerned and not stay in the 6th position. Just go to move forward, start to move forward, and try to swim next to him. Because when he starts to swim, when he opens his, I would say his wings or.
It stopped moving.
Yeah, I don't see
Turbo.
anyone who can stop him. And if you're not closer to him, it's a game over for you.
Obviously, he's the fastest guy in the race, but it depends. You know, open water, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, but Gregor Paltinieri is the fastest
They
pool
lost
swimmer
yesterday
here.
in the relays.
Right. But when it comes up for the last meters of the race, it can. It depends how much energy you have in the end, and sometimes there's faster swimmers who is faster than you, and like in the 50 or 100 meters, and they have like stronger than you,
they can
and they can
close
take
the race,
they can close the race faster than you and take the medal from you. So it's all about tactic, and I'm sure Gregorian knows.
It's gonna be so interesting to watch the finish.
Very interesting.
Soon. It's the last lap.
Yeah, I assume it's going to be around 6 swimmers in the end. Will fight for the medals.
Most of them taking a breath every second, so they're breathing to the same
Every
side.
stroke.
Every stroke,
Two
every-
stroke,
yeah.
something like this.
The technique is
don't really have
so different.
Yeah, you don't really have a room now for thinking about the breathing. You're just taking energy from anywhere you just can. It's last loop.
Bethlehem, the youngster, placing 4th so far.
Yeah, he's fighting really hard. He's probably gonna finish in the top 8, but we'll see. There is starting to be a gap between the top 8 swimmers to the second group. I told you it's gonna be fast.
Yeah, so the leading group breaking apart into 2.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be around. They're gonna finish the race in 1:45
For our
point,
coaches and swimmers, you want
20
to see
seconds,
the
something like this.
finish.
It's gonna be
You can
super
go
fast.
To the other beach, you have a big screen there, and also you can see more closely.
Usually here in Israel, the times are around 1:48, 1:49. But as we said, it's all depend the conditions. And of course the level of the swimmers. And here we are very lucky to get so many great swimmers, the top swimmers of the world here in Israel, competing for the last leg of this FINA World Cup. It's going to be the last race for the series,
So first there.
for the series, and then we're gonna starting to get for the winter season, which is more, it's less open water swimmers. Most of the swimmers are, some of them are taking a little bit time off to recover and get ready for the
The
summer.
second pack now.
Look how sharp the turn is.
The turn is
90
super
degrees,
sharp.
right?
Look the speed of Gregorio Paltinieri and the swimmers behind him.
Cohen.
It's very, very fast, guys. Very fast. Ten minutes to the finish. 10 minutes.
So it's about a kilometer left.
A kilometer, point one, point something like that to the end.
Olivier, the Frenchman,
It's
is
gonna be
third.
tight. It's gonna be tight. Let's don't forget Olivier. He likes to swim in Israel. Most of the time he wins here, so he understands the course. He understands the situation. He knows how to swim fast. He knows how to close it fast. So we'll see how he gets closer to Paltinieri toward the end. But he's gotta make a move right now because he's not gonna have much time to close the gap. And Gregorian knows that. He knows that. Still, the Europeans are in the top 6 positions. All of them are from Europe.
They see each other all the time.
They train with each other. They
They're
compete
not
with
getting
each other.
surprised easily. They know all,
you know
all the
of your
tricks,
yeah, you know about your competitor. You know about his strengths.
know who is starting strong, who is finishing strong, who is a little more aggressive in the water. But I'm sure they are great friends. They are all together in the dining room at the hotel, saying hi to each other.
They're laughing together. They're going out together. They train together. They're doing everything together. They're spending so much time into training.
Outside the water.
Yeah, but even you know, during training, they train 6 or 7 hours every day, right? It's that's what they do. That's what they do. Here
You
we
could
can-
see the shore where we sat. It's a separate gated shore, only for the athletes.
As I see from now, they're right in front of us. From where we are sitting, I would say they're like
Yeah,
900 meters to go
we
to
have
the
a
finish.
good view. It's probably around
I see
15
like 4 or 5
swimmers.
swimmers in the top. 2 swimmers, Paltinieri leading. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. The last turn, as you said, is a very sharp turn.
and very close to the
Very
finish line.
close. So we'll see. We'll see how they take this turn and we'll see how they finish this race. Let's don't forget it was super fast race right from the beginning
We see what they got left in them.
in the tank. There are like 4 or 5 boats surrounding the leading group. Doesn't matter how you start, it's all about how you finish. And they're getting closer and closer every second to the finish line. It's Gregorio behind him. It's Mark. Mark, the French swimmer, is behind him. He's getting closer to Gregorio. I didn't see Mark leading any
At any point.
in any part of this race.
But they're all great swimmers. They all sub 15 minutes in the
Yeah, easily,
1500
easily,
in the pool
easily.
So they got a speed to race at the end.
It will be very interesting to see if Marc Olivier can close the gap and fight for the gold medal. It looks good. It looks very calm.
Yeah, it's a
in
full body
control.
length. It's probably around
There are like 4 or 5
2
swimmers.
seconds
Yeah,
behind.
there are 4 or 5 swimmers in the top. I don't see anyone who can take it from them. The American guy is here right now in the 12th, 13th position. and a very, very long snake, I would say, of swimmers getting ready for the last meters of this race.
So approaching the second buoy, out 4.
Look the clock, it's just amazing.
So the second and third buoy, as we mentioned, very close to each other, 50 meters apart. So they have to make 2 turns, go through the last buoy, and make the last turn to the finish line. Tunnel? Funnel? Tunnel?
Funnel. Look at this space. Look at it. They're getting closer for the last
It
turns.
looks like a 200 tempo, 200 meters
It's
tempo.
the pace is it's not far from 200, right?
Ah.
They're going
sped up.
under 155 for sure. This part of this race.
So they are sub-minute, you assume?
Easily sub-minute, yeah.
Yeah, under a minute per 100 meters.
Under a minute.
That's the pace. We will conclude the time at the end, but looks obviously like they sped up.
Just amazing to see those swimmers. They're so professional,
What they're capable of.
so strong. They're very strong mentally. Getting closer and closer. Probably like 500 meters to go. In the swimmer's perspective, an open water perspective, 500 meters is like a sprint. That's why we see them using their kicks. Here they're getting closer to the third buoy. 50 meters after this buoy, they have another one. They're gonna need to make a turn, and then
So they have
straight to the
they have
finish.
2 buoys
Straight to the finish.
right after another.
there is a funnel.
You see it's 50 meter.
of 50 meters or 30 meters before they finish. They have to go inside. They cannot swim it from the outside, and they're getting closer to it. Here, the last turn. 500 meters to go. 500 meters to the finish.
Swimmers now, after the third buoy, going to the last buoy and then directly to the finish line.
So they have 500 meters to the last buoy, then straight to the finish line. Guys, this is the last part of the race.
And last minutes.
This is what they all waited for. What is it, 4 minutes before we're gonna set past the finish line?
I would assume, yeah, around 4 minutes.
Let's get a closer look at the, oh, we can see.
Here,
The
look,
top two,
Paltinieri.
yeah.
Paltinieri is right now is leading. I think is Marc Olivier is on the second position. They have a little bit of a gap between them and the third and fourth position.
Wow, it's gonna
be a
for
fight for the third position as
third
well, right?
position,
The bronze
yeah.
medal.
So this is the last buoy, then they're gonna reach the finish line, going
See
in the
some-
funnel separated by the lane lines. Touching the gate at the end, they have to touch it. It's like a touchpad
Yeah.
above the water.
Yep.
All the other turns, the finish laps, they just have to cross. But at the end, they have to touch
They
it.
have to touch the finish,
And
the finish
sometimes it's
touchpad.
too close to call, even with the touch.
Yeah, there are like a lot of many like big competitions are finished in a
Photo finish.
In a photo finish, yeah.
Exactly.
אנחנו הולכים ומתקרבים לסיום. We're
Getting
approaching
closer,
the
getting
finish of
closer
this
to the
race.
finish.
The FINA Marathon Swimming World Series 2022 here in Eilat.
Here they come, here they come. Soon we're gonna be able to see it. There you go.
There they are. So the yellow buoy
Yellow
is
ball,
right.
look. The
It's about 200, 150 meters.
the two Italian on the top position, then the Marc Olivier.
Australia in 5th position. We've seen Razovsky going back. He's about 11
It's gonna
right
be
now.
very difficult for the
It's all
swimmers
very close.
to catch Gregorio Paltinieri.
They have to take the turn as sharp as they can.
It looks very close, right? But it's not. It's not that close. Then it's gonna be a zoom in. We're gonna see the gap between the Gregorio and the other swimmers in the group. I think he's
הולכים
by himself.
ומתקרבים אל קו
He's by
הסיום.
himself.
זה ממש הישורת האחרונה. אפשר לראות גם
It's
מאחור.
gonna
This
be
is the
very
finish
close
line.
here. We can see Marc Olivier taking the right side of him,
Yeah.
no, the left side of him, and he's getting closer to him. It's gonna be close.
From this angle, they all look close, to be honest.
He's saved in his energy for the finish. He swam very smart.
אנחנו מתקרבים אל
Let's see the
הסיום. נראה
finish.
מיד מי הולך
Very
לנצח
close, very
בסבב
close to the
העולמי.
finish.
כאן באילת.
Wow, we can see Hungary,
10
Italy,
קילומטרים פתוחים,
Australia
ישראל,
over there.
Last leg, Eilat 2022.
All kind of
זה
cups
הולך להיות
popping.
קרוב,
It's
קרוב.
all about the
עד
finish.
הסיום.
They're all after Paltinieri.
Oh my
but
God!
looks like
It's
you're
gonna
gonna
get
have
close to
a,
the
Gary
finish line.
again is start.
What a
Look
great
at Gary
battle.
again with the red hat.
גרגוריו פלטריניירי.
Oh my God! It's gonna be very
למשפט
close.
ראשון, השאלה היא האם הוא גם ייגע ראשון בלוח המגע.
Who is gonna take it? Who is gonna take it?
הצ'לנג' שלכם, בית לחם.
Paltinieri is gonna approach the funnel first.
Behind the barrel,
I wonder who is gonna
Marco
take it.
Olivier. Let's see. Who's gonna touch the wall first?
Who is gonna touch it first? Who is gonna touch first? Here as it comes into the funnel. Gregorio Paltinieri is.
The Hungarian is
He is
placing
gonna
second.
win
I
it. No
think.
one will take it from him. No one is.
Last meters, here it's come. Fighting
Second
for the
position.
second.
Who is
Look what a
winner?
battle.
Second
Gregorio
position. Gregorio.
Paltinieri took it
Gregorio,
easy.
Marc Olivier, and Christoph.
Is it Razovsky
No,
or
no,
Bethlehem?
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem
He
is
took the
third.
third place. Grozowski, the fourth
The
place.
junior did a great
Oh, that
job.
was a great race. גרגוריו פלטריניירי.
Wow, what a great race.
Gregorio, 146.
Did you see the battle for the silver?
146-41.
Marc Olivier got a silver second.
Marc Olivier, and at some point it looks like he was getting closer to
Paltinieri.
Paltinieri.
I'm sure
but
it wasn't
Paltinieri
far.
was
It
ready
wasn't.
for that. He was ready for that. He knew he's next to him.
You know it's gonna be
He
chased.
saved, exactly, and he saved enough energy to take this competition. Gregorio Paltinieri is the winner of the Eilat 2022 last leg. Congratulations.
This is the fifth leg in Eilat, concluding the 2022 FINA Marathon Swim World Cup. Paltinieri took it with the goal,
הפיניש נהדר.
followed by Marc Olivier,
הם יגיעו.
and third by
אנחנו גם נשמע
David
מה
Bethlehem.
יש לגרגוריו פלטריניירי להגיד.
So Italy, France, and Hungary on the podium. we will get a full result very soon. The chasing group is still in the water. We said they are about 500 meters apart. It's a whole different race.
Yeah, all different race.
They still are approaching
Here we can see
the third
Christoph.
buoy.
He finished
And
4th.
Faltinieri, איטלקי. Olivier. So we're gonna have the interviews very soon with the winners.
Yeah, but results are not officials. Let me repeat that, are not officials. As we saw here, Paltinieri,
It was pretty clear.
He's the winner of Eilat 2022 FINA World Cup. Then is Marc Olivier and Bethlehem. He's the third. He took the third and bronze medal here in Eilat.
We
Not
will have
official. Soon we're gonna have
We
the
will have
interviews.
the personal interview soon with the winners. The medal ceremony will be at the end, right?
Medal ceremony probably gonna be the end after the women's race.
Yeah. So we will be back with the women's race very soon. I hope you enjoyed the race. It was pretty fast.
Very fast race, very interesting race.
We're gonna switch to the interviews right now. Thank you for watching.
אין בעיה. תעלה בינתיים למגדל, 5 דקות אני הולך, חכה לי, אני אכין לך ותוכל להוריד לו את זה, הוא מסוגר, הוא שותה. הוא מבקש ממני פשוט תחת. אין בעיה, תעלה למגדל למעלה, גם נעים וחם, 5 דקות אני מגיע. אה? רוצים לשבת בשמש, אני אגיד לכם כיסאות? לא, אל תעמדו, אני אגיד לכם כיסאות.
אל תתעייף, אבי, אתה
So we are now with the winner of this race, Gregorio Partrinieri from Italy. And we want to see how this went for you. It was a really tough race.
Yeah, it was a really, really tough race. You know, it's start of the season. We are in November, so preparation isn't perfect yet. But I mean, it was a good race. Everybody was here. I mean, the toughest guy, they were here, so it was, you know, it was enjoyable to do this race.
Let's talk about the pace from the beginning a bit, because it was like a mad pace. I know David also done it before, but I mean, you prepared for that, right?
Yeah, I was prepared. I didn't want to push that much from the start, so I just waited until mid-race to do my move. And anyway, it was a tough race. You know, everybody was trying to be at the top and pushing from outside. You know, so it's always strategic to do open water swimming. You have to look at everybody and see your position. So anyway, it was good for me.
And you know, results are not official yet for the whole series, but as for unofficial results, you are the winner of the whole World Series, the FINA World Series. So how does it feel for you?
Yeah, I feel good. It's first time that I win the overall, because last year I never did the entire World Cup. This year I wanted to, you know, focus more on the open water. So it's a great achievement for me. I hope the first of many. So we'll see. Thank you.
And here in Eilat, I mean, you're even used to this venue and to Israel, and it seems like you like this place, the Italian team.
Yeah. It's one of the most beautiful places where we have the opportunity to race. Actually, it was my first race in Eilat. And back in 2017, I guess, was my first open water race. I finished 5th, I remember. And it's always good to come back here. We've been to, you know, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, everywhere. So it's an opportunity also to visit a little bit of Israel. So it's cool.
Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulazioni.
Thank you. Grazie.
מה, בריין? בוא תעלה. בוא תעלה, תראה מה האפשרויות, בוא. יש גבינה צהובה.